According to curlcentric.com, natural hair is described as hair that has not been texturized, relaxed, or chemically altered in any way. With the uprising of the natural hair movement, we've seen more representation in mainstream media, showcasing more of natural hair's diversity in curls, textures, and hairstyles, which personally is such a big deal. So I'd like to know from the audience today, is there anyone that has natural hair? Anyone that knows their hair type? Knows their porosity? How many of us don't know what porosity is? Great, I'll get back to you in a second. Through the many interactions I've had, it seems like natural hair still hasn't been accepted in its entirety. And I want to change that narrative. So, to elaborate on my idea, I created a survey, put it out there, and I'll be sharing a few of the results with you today. It's good to see that a large amount of people believe that mainstream media has played a positive role in changing the natural hair narrative. However, those with natural hair still don't seem to know their hair type or porosity, which is your hair's ability to absorb moisture. And for those that don't have natural hair, when I asked them why, they gave three main reasons. They believe their hair is stubborn, they believe it's hard to maintain, and the other said, just because. The natural hair movement began in the 1960s, became more popular in the 2000s, and has been more influential in the last 5 to 7 years. I became conscious of my natural hair when I was 15 years old. I was in boarding school in Botswana at the time, and due to my limited budget, I decided to choose Nando's over Relaxa, which I didn't know at the time would change my life forever. Towards the end of high school, as I began to narrow down in my career path, I noticed that there were no jobs that I was interested in that seemed to have natural hair that looked like mine. All the executives and CEOs seemed to have hair with a certain texture, a certain length, or a certain style. It seemed like natural hair diversity was only appreciated in industries like media, the arts, and behind the scenes science jobs like research, which I was far from interested in. Over the years, as I've interacted with a lot of young people, I learned that there's a strong link between the natural hair narrative and self confidence. For girls in Zambian high schools, natural hair is mandatory. And so they look at it as some sort of punishment, something they can't wait to get rid of when they graduate. And for the guys, they want to grow their hair out so bad. But black boys aren't allowed to grow their hair longer than a centimeter or two because teachers tell them it makes them look scruffy or untidy. And when I learned about those things, they made me sad and honestly a little angry. I thought to myself, this is why the narrative must change. High school comes with its own pressures already. I understand that because I began my hair journey, right before prom. I don't even know why I did that to myself, but I did. My hair was an afro at the time, and so there was no way I was going to go to prom with an afro while my friends would be in 24 plus inch extensions. I thought I was being smart by trying to play on both sides of the team. So I told myself I would keep my natural hair in the front, have extensions at the back, to give the illusion that it's all my hair. And my, oh my, what a disaster that was. Not only were the colors far off from each other, but no matter how much I tried to straighten my hair, it just wouldn't get straight. It kept poofing up. The pictures came out looking weird, and my prom experience was ruined. And who did I blame? Of course, my natural hair. Shortly after that, I decided to relax it. I was done. Natural hair wasn't working for me. However, a year later, I decided I would give natural hair a second chance. I told myself this time, let me be intentional in learning the wants and needs that my hair wants, that my hair has. And soon enough, we became friends. I learned that my hair loves water and hates being combed. I learned that my hair loves box braids and doesn't care much for cornrows. I learned that my hair has such a rich black color that even if you tried to dye it, it wouldn't really show unless you really stood in the sun. And as I began to learn the needs and wants of my hair began to thrive in health and eventually in length. As a black African woman, I believe my hair is sacred and precious. It's a way in which I get to express myself and can be linked to my confidence and beauty. In 2018, an opportunity came for me to do just that, to express myself. I was selected to represent my country, Zambia, in one of the top pageants of the world, Miss Earth, which was hosted in the Philippines. And I thought to myself, what better place to push this advocacy than on such a platform? Especially since at the time I didn't know of any beauty queens ever win with their natural hair. And so, as anxious as I felt, I put my brave pants on and decided I was going to do just that. And I did. We had hairstylists assigned to us throughout the pageant, but none of them knew how to style or care for natural hair. That meant I was all on my own. As frustrating and tiring as it was, it brought me great fulfillment to know that I was showcasing the beauty and diversity of natural hair on such a global platform to millions all over the world. I was changing the narrative, one hairstyle at a time. Since my participation in the pageant, it's been great to see more women own their narrative, go to those pageants with their hair, and some even winning crowns. What a joy it's been. Some time went on, and I realized that the natural hair narrative still has a long way to go, not just in the beauty industry, but in the corporate world too. I'm an accountant by profession, and on an instance had a corporate job interview, which I made sure I was really prepared for. I had my gray pantsuit on, I had low key makeup, and a nice, sleek high bun. Although I was successful at the interview, I was told I needed to either straighten or have my hair braided by the time I started work because my natural hair was considered a distraction. Can you believe it? A distraction. This normal to me, beautiful bun that was away from my face, it wasn't disturbing anyone, was considered a distraction. I thought to myself, really, in this day and age, people still think like this? This narrative must change. On the positive side, this journey has brought a lot of opportunities my way. I'm a column contributor in a lifestyle magazine called Diamond Unearthed. I host hair care workshops, and I even have my own affordable hair care brand. I look forward to the many more opportunities in the near future. As part of my advocacy, I decided to do the big chop twice. The big chop is basically a transitional method. If you've got relaxed hair and you're trying to go natural, usually it's suggested that you'll chop off all your hair. But in my case, my hair was already natural. It was long, it was thick, it was healthy. And so I'm sure as you're guessing, everyone did too. Why would she cut off such long, healthy hair? And because no one would understand it, certain rumors began to spread. People thought I was depressed. People thought I had been dumped. People thought I was going through some sort of emotional crisis. But I wasn't. I just wanted to cut my hair. And I would tell them, guys, it's just hair. It'll grow back. Length doesn't matter. And doing the big chop allowed me to fall in love with my hair and its different lengths all over again. It's been such a joy. I'm talking about my hair, and as we're in a relationship, right? And like all relationships, they've got their highs and their lows. I do admit, natural hair does have its frustrations sometimes. I know what it's like to have your hair styled in a certain way, only to have it frizz up or poof up on a rainy or humid day. I know what it's like to spend countless hours detangling or putting your hair in twists every night before bed. I'm currently at a stage where my hair is frustrating because it's too long to be a cute afro, but it's too short to be able to tie it up in a bun. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I feel you. I'm there with you. So, anyway, I could go on and on and on about my relationship with my hair, but what about yours? What kind of relationship do you have with your hair? Remember, for all new friendships to thrive, you need intentionality and consistency. So, here are 3 ways in which you can get started today. Number 1, experiment. Try out different hairstyles. There are box braids, there's faux locks. You can go crazy. Try it out. I know some hairstyles still don't have the best reputation, but try them out anyway. Express yourself. Number 2, join a community. In 2016, I joined a community of amazing women on a similar journey. And oh, what a joy it's been. We have a WhatsApp group, we do product swaps, we exchange experiences, and we grow in knowledge. Being part of this group has definitely made the journey more fruitful. And number 3, mind your words. Mind what you say about natural hair. When you're watching TV and you're seeing different people with hair, don't point at them and say, oh, they have good hair, they have bad hair. Use words like they have unhealthy hair or healthy hair. It's in the small things. When you're playing with your niece or your nephew's hair, getting them ready to go to the salon or the barbershop, try stay away from words like, they have typical kinky hair. You've got such black African hair. No, instead tell them they've got tighter or looser coils. When it's wash day and you see and you think your hair has grown, you wash your hair and you see it shrivel up. Don't get upset. Don't start tweeting about how shrinkage is bad. Shrinkage is not bad. Instead, appreciate your hair's elasticity. Marvel at the fact that your hair can actually shrink and stretch that much. When you change what you say about natural hair, it allows little boys and girls to grow up learning more and loving on their hair. In the recent years, it's been great to see more men jump on board with the natural hair narrative. More men are growing out their beards, they're growing out their hair, they're trying out different hairstyles. Great job, guys. Please do keep it up. So I'm here to plant a seed of curiosity about your hair in your hearts today. I pray that that seed grows into a world where natural hair is celebrated by those who have it and is accepted by those around them. My desire is for everyone to feel secure in themselves, regardless of the length or texture of their hair. Remember, your hair is beautiful. You can't appreciate what you don't know, so get to know your hair. Choose the confidence of a pageant queen over an uninformed, timid prom girl. Let perms and extensions be an option, not a necessity because you don't like your hair. You just don't know it. So, let's keep this conversation going, shall we? And join me in changing the narrative today. Thank you.